Hey, third grade, this is a quick little tip for your PSSAs that you will be taking. Whenever you're taking the test, it is a paper copy. This is not the PSSAs. This is a test that you took at the very, very beginning of the school year. I'm just using it to show you what something could look like. So there's a couple tricks or tips that we want to give you whenever you're taking them. One of the key things that you'll have with you is you will have a highlighter and a pencil. The highlighter will be really useful whenever you are reading your stories and you have to go back and look for information in the text. So that's where that will come in. You will also be able to highlight in your questions. So if I go to let's look, vocab section. Let's look at the vocab section. So one of the things that you could possibly highlight in the vocab section could be, what one of the words is that you are looking for and where it is in the story or in the sentence. Another word could be, big words like this, like they're trying to look for the opposite of the word give in the sentence below. So that's what highlighting is for. Now, what we don't want to see you do with the highlighter is look at the story and highlight every single thing on that story. That's not what highlighting is for. That is just used for keywords, like vocab words, or again, going back in the story and looking for your answers. So the first one says, why is mom impatient with Amy at the start of the story? So then you could go through your story and you could look at why we think her mom is impatient with Amy at the start. When you find that, let's look down here. Amy's mom gave her an impatient look. Things like that. So we use the highlighter to kind of mark where we think the answer to that question is. So that's one way you could use your highlighter. The other way, like I said before, would be highlighting keywords in your questions. Okay? Now, the key for this, friends, is your highlighter should not go anywhere near your answers. That is not what that is for. Now, keeping with this same question, the key for this with your pencil is filling in those circles. I know it sounds silly. I know you're like, Miss Kiefer, I know how to do this. But you would be surprised at how many friends don't fill in their circles correctly. So when you are filling in a circle, so this one says, what does the word contacted mean in the sentence below? When the teachers contacted the mayor, he told them about the new city park. Does that mean voted for, talked to, looked at, or read about? Well, contacted. I know that doesn't mean voted for. So on your PSSAs, if you know answers are incorrect and you want to eliminate answers, you have to put an X by the opposite side. It should not go anywhere near the bubble. You can put it over by the opposite side. And then if you're like, I don't think it means read about, I'm down to my two choices, talked to or looked at. If he contacted, if the principal or whoever it was, the mayor contacted, what would it be? Well, I think it's talked to. So when I fill in my circle, I'm going to press down and fill it in like that, okay? You don't want to cross off the circles. You don't want to go like that. That's not what you want. You want to fill it in nice and dark and stay inside of the lines. Let's try another example over here. Which word means the opposite of the word give in the sentence below? Can you please give me a pencil? So the opposite of give, I know it's not find, I know it's not hand, I know it's not send. My answer is take. Okay? So again, I filled it in, I stayed inside the lines, I made sure it was dark enough that the scanner could read it, and that's what it looks like. So the key here, friends, if you are eliminating choices, you are crossing them out here. You are not going anywhere near, because if I would accidentally make a mark on that, it might think my answer was C when actually it was D. So your answer would be marked wrong, even though you knew the right answer. So you don't want anything to go near these bubbles unless you are filling it in like I did for D. Okay, so you can highlight in the question. You can X out on the right-hand side, and you can fill in the bubble for your answer. And when you fill in that bubble, you're not scribbling, you're not crossing, you're not slashing, you are just filling that bubble in. Okay? So again, whenever you're taking the PSSAs, you want to take your time. You want to read all of your directions. You want to make sure you are going back into your story and looking for answers. That is the key element for comprehension, is looking back in your story. And just use everything that you know and try your best. That's my overall message for you, is just try your best. As long as you do that, that's all we can ask for. Okay. Thank you, guys.